Hello there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm back again with yet another MH3 legend that I've tried to turn into a commander deck, and today it's Genku, Future Shaper. I keep getting the third word wrong, so bear with me during this one. 2 white and blue for a 2/5 Moonfolk Wizard. But whenever another non-token permanent you control leaves the battlefield, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn and create a creature token with those characteristics. So something blinks out, you get a 2/2 fox, a 1/2 moonfolk with flying, or a 1/1 black rat with lifelink. Not quite sure where the black rat came from when there's no black in the casting cost, but anyway. And then you've got the ability to pay 3 white and a blue to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Yep, that may come up occasionally, but this is very much a blink deck. This is probably one of the best blink type commanders I've seen since Rune. There has been a few of the last few sets, which I'm sure you've seen through my videos in the backlog. But this one is just, to me, the strongest one we have seen for a long time. And I really did enjoy putting this deck together. And that deck looks like this. So, starting at the beginning, we have lots of creatures. Well, 24, not that many, but we have enough. So, we have Abu Ancestral Echo here, so we can bounce something in and out, but by paying the white, blue, and 1 to do that, we can exile something and then return it under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Now, one thing I will say about Abu is great against Wrath of God, Damnation, removal stuff, because you can, if you've got enough mana sitting around, you can just exile all your key creatures, let the Wrath of God resolve. Yes, you'll lose Abulu, but you then get the creatures come back at the beginning at our next end step. Yes, we may lose a whole turn having them in play, but it doesn't mean we've saved them, so they've got to do it all again. Chrome Host Sea Shark, just so we can get some incubate value on the go. Flicker Wisp does the whole enters the battlefield, exile another target permanent, and then return it. So another way of blinking something in and out to get one of the tokens. Wojek Investigator, just so we can get investigation on the go and do a bit card draw. Angel of Condemnation lets us do the whole pay 2 and a white, to exile another target creature, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's end step at the beginning of the next end step. Yeah, and we can exert it, exile another target creature until Angel of Condemnation leaves the battlefield. Nice little trick with this is you can exert it, exile something, blink this in and out, so the creature comes back. You can do things. There are tricky little things you can do that can help sometimes. Angelic Field Marshal just is here to pump up Genku when he comes in, and gives all our creatures vigilance, which kind of helps. Benny Brax makes a reappearance after being in the deck earlier in the week. This one's here because we are making tokens, so we should be able to get the card draws on the go quite happily. Obviously, Brago is probably the main face of any kind of blink deck. It's in here. Not sure which one's better now, to be honest. Same casting cost. Yes, Brago has flying. It can exile any number when it attacks. Well, deals combat damage. But I'm not sure. Yeah, Brago may still be slightly better, but I think Genku's the strongest one we've had for a while. FN, God of the Polis, is here, just so we can make sure we've got card draw on the go. Feldar Guardian does the whole blink it in, blink it out. Isai Ojatai Dragon Speaker is also here, just so we can make a big threat in the air, and gives us a way of getting something to win the game with, hopefully eventually. If we have to blink out to save it, so be it. OG the Exquisite Blade comes in as well. When it's battlefield, we gain 2 life and scry 2, cast our second spell, exile up to 1 target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Yeah, we should be able to cast 2 spells a turn quite happily eventually. Phyrexian Metamorph, just so we can copy something that we may need that's upsetting everyone else. Restoration Angel for the blinking. Twinning Twins does the whole blinking, then comes into play as a 4/4 fairy with flying, vigilance, and ward 1, so hard to remove. I'm playing blue, white deck, so Consecrate Sphinx is here to help with the card draw. Because we are going to be hopefully creating lots of tokens, Ojatak Deepest Foundation also makes an appearance to get those extra creature tokens off Genku when we're doing things. Sun Titan to return anything that's been killed off, and is a nice blink target if we need to get all our 3 casting cost things back from the graveyard to play. Wisp Weaver Angel also makes an appearance. Enters the battlefield, you make exile another target creature, and then, well, blink it basically. Ancient Gold Dragon to give us a whole load of fairy dragons, I hope, when we get an attack in. Angel of Serenity saves some of our creatures. We can exile our things, don't forget, as well, and then let that sit there until someone wraths it away or kills it. Yeah. So hopefully, and don't forget, it's now when Angel of Serenity leaves the battlefield, return the exiled cards to their owner's hand. So it doesn't matter if this gets exiled, you still get the cards back in your hand. So pretty useful. Exquisite Card Angel just gives a way of keeping our life total at 40 if we're close to losing the game with this in play. Ancient Silver Dragon for the chance of hitting and rolling 18 or 19 or 20. If you watched the stream replay from the weekend, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then having no maximum hand could be really helpful. And Triplicate Titan, because I just like Triplicate Titan. And yes, okay, it has to die to get the tokens, but you know, it's a 9/9 that can cause people headaches and then give us a bit of benefit when it does eventually get killed off. As for the spells, we've got a little bit of library manipulation with Brainstorm, and then we've got all the blink spells that you'd expect. So Cloud Shift, Ephemerate, Essence Flux, Getaway Glamour is also here as one of the new ones that we need to do the extra spree thing with. So 2 mana for this one. Opt for Gain for the top of the library manipulation. Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares gives a bit of targeted removal. Preordained, Serum Visions for the drawing and scrying, or scrying and drawing, depending which way you want to look at it. Counterspell is here along with Mana Drain for a little bit of control. Cyclonic Rift also for the control side. Deliberate for scrying and card draw. Hallowed Respite does a nice bit of flashbacking as well. Exile target non-legendary creature, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it entered under our control, it gets +1/+1, or you tap it. That seems fine. The thing that started everyone off playing Blink decks is Momentary Blink. We had to have it here, didn't we? There's no point not to. Otherworldly Journey does the same thing. Blink a creature, turn to miss, blink a creature. Aerobatic Maneuver, blinks a creature, and then you get to do a card draw off this one, which makes it a little bit better, even though it costs 3 mana. Still think it should be 2, but hey hum. Eerie Interlude lets us do it with all our creatures, which is fine. We can get a whole load of comes into play effects if this needs to happen that way. Same with Ghostly Flicker, but only doing 2 things, but it does tuck our artifacts to our land, so it could be useful if we need to get some extra mana on the go. Scroll Shift does it with an artifact or enchantment or a creature, and then we get to draw. Achroma's Will, just because I need some way to punch through the damage, because the tokens aren't big, but you know, giving them all flying, double strike, vigilance, lifelink, indestructible, and protection from all colours does mean you will be able to punch through at some stage and probably win the game. Hence why Achroma's Will's here. Day of Judgment is here along with Wrath of God for a little bit more control, and Settle the Wreckage. Be careful with Settle the Wreckage. It is dangerous to give some of your opponents extra mana, but one of the trick I have learned is you can exile your own creatures. It says exile all attacking creatures target player controls. You can target yourself, take out your whole token hoard, get a whole load of mana, and make your draws even better. And Settle Beyond Reality. 5 mana is expensive, but we can choose both. Exile target creature you don't control. That's good, targeted removal. And then exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield. So take out something that's a big enough threat and get to blink one of your creatures in and out. Can't fault it from that point of view. It's just 5 mana is a lot. Artifacts, not too heavy. Jeweled Lotus, because there is a possibility that in doing Genku on turn 1 to upset everyone. Elixir of Immortality to shuffle everything back in when it goes pear-shaped. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Azoria Signet, both of the medallions, and Talisman of Progress gives us our ramp. 2 enchantments. Yeah, we're making tokens off Genku, so Anointed Procession makes the cut, and then Teleportation Circle, so we can do the whole exiling of our end step and get another way of blinking things. Seemed good to me. Land wise, nothing too fancy. Blue and white lands all the way through, although Citadel Gate has gone up a lot on here recently. I have only playing this one. I should have probably found the other gate and put in the deck as well, but you can take out an island and play the other gate if you want to. I have kept it 11-11 with the plains and islands, and then just a whole load of blue and white dual lands you'd expect to see in the deck, alongside Temple of the False God and Reliquary Tower, that I still think should be played in most decks, and I know a lot of people disagree with me, but hey, that's my call. And that is it. I really think Genku is going to be a deck we're going to see a lot of recently as people try and, well, in the future on Commander, especially on MTGO, as people try and work out if it is as good as it seems to be to me. Again, there may be cards from MH3 I've missed that do the whole blink and exile, or blink effect, let's call it that. So please, if you know of any, as I've said all the way through these videos, these decks are starting points for me. So if there's any cards you think I should include, let me know down below in the comments. Please hit the subscribe button if you can. I'd really appreciate it. 429 as I record this video. Trying to get up to 500 by the end of the year. And if you want to see me play this deck, come and follow me on Twitch as well. There's a link down below in the description. You can come and give me a follow over there. And as soon as MH3 goes live and we've got some of the legends, we'll start playing the Commander decks. Although I will be honest, the first MH3 legal stream I do using MTGO will probably be a draft, because I do enjoy doing a draft for each of the new sets. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another deck. It won't be an MH3 one. It'll be something that's been asked me to do. So until then, hope you enjoyed this one, and hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. See you soon. Bye.